Ripple and XRP make a huge offer to FTX. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, you heard that right. Ripple and XRP make a huge offer to FTX. We're going to be covering that news and much more news in today's video. We're also going to be jumping into the XRP charts. Now, today, we do have 11 minutes and 42 seconds left, a tad bit of red. So we got the red background, but we will have a new candle looking for some more green action in the next candle. We'll go ahead and take a look at my algorithm, see what the predictions are. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything we talk about on this channel. But I'm going to give you my opinion and also what my indicator tells us for XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum on today's video. And hey, if you're new here, my name is Ryan Huggins. I'm a crypto and real estate investor here in Orange County, California. And my job is to help be your crypto shortcut. Because if you're like most people, you probably don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the charts and hours a day reading articles. Well, that's what I do. That's what we do here at this channel. We bring that information to you in a condensed manner. So if you're looking for a crypto shortcut, smash that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up button.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.
And we do have huge XRP news that we just talked about in the kickoff. Also, we'll be covering today, Dogecoin is on the cutting edge of future assets. 3 crypto price events to watch in the wake of the FTX Alameda debacle. And Ripple top executive makes surprising offer to FTX employees as exchange files for bankruptcy. We'll also be jumping over here into the crypto panic trending news. Solana community remains bullish despite FTX fallout. Celsius reports $13 million in loans to Alameda Research. So are they going to get that money? We'll find out. In light of the FTX collapse, team behind Chainlink offers a proof of reserve solution. We talked about that one yesterday. It was a really good article there. Binance does provide proof of reserves in response to FTX collapse. This is how much money they have. U.S. lawmakers claims the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, was trying to help FTX obtain regulatory monopoly over crypto. I'm going to pull this up because there is a couple of things here that I did want to deep dive into here that I did some research on. I was over on Twitter doing a bunch of research with this FTX fallout. So a couple of things. Thing number one, Sam Bankman-Fried, his mom is Hillary Clinton's lawyer. So the whole entire FTX creation, some people are starting to talk about conspiracy theories, how this was a plant. This was designed to take over the crypto industry. This was designed to have a potential collapse of some sort. Who knows? But it was designed to obtain a regulatory monopoly. Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC, is also really great friends with the CEO, the girl, the female who was the CEO of FTX. Her father was actually Gary Gensler's boss when they were working together at his previous job. So there was a big Twitter thread going around at Twitter, right? Talking about some stuff. And this is really crazy, the connections here. So on April 25th, 2019, Joe Biden announced his presidential campaign. 13 days later, on May 8th of 2019, Sam Bankman-Fried, son of Barbara Fried, here, the co-founder of the political fundraising organization Mind the Gap and Get Out the Vote organizations, including the Center for Voter Information. So that's his mom. Sam, launches the FTX crypto exchange. The exchange is an overnight success that enables Sam to become the second biggest donor to the Biden campaign. Really makes you think. Mrs. Fried launches a totally grassroots Democratic PAC in July of 2018. Wonder how you're going to raise enough funds to make a difference. Son, coincidentally, becomes a multi-billionaire a few months later. Sometimes things just have a way of working themselves out, I guess. And then in this tweet thread, which here I'll show you where it starts. You can go look this up right here by Romano. He says, wait, Sam's mom was Hillary Clinton's lawyer and runs a Democratic firms? Interesting. And then this guy, Dimitri, posted under it, did you know that Alameda CEO Caroline Capital's dad, Glenn Ellison, is the department head of economics at MIT? And prior to getting appointed to the SEC, Gary Gensler was a professor for the practice of global economics management at MIT. So essentially, Gary and Glenn are best friends. And what is Gary Gensler doing right now? Trying to take out all the other cryptos in the market, right? He's trying to take out SEC right now. They just took out Library. And by the way, it gets deeper and deeper. CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, met with Sam Bankman-Fried to help FTX originally get regulatory approval. And here's a photo of Alameda CEO, Caroline Capital, dad, Gary Ellison, and Gregory Palmer, former top Goldman Sachs lawyer, one of the wealthiest corporate lawyers in the United States. And here is the receipts. There you go. So this is a really crazy thread. It's actually a really, really crazy story. So some people are talking about how Sam Bankman-Fried's going to prison because he stole all these people's money. He was basically, him and 10 people were living in this $100 million mansion in the Bahamas, having crazy sex orgies and doing a bunch of different illicit drugs and stuff. It's just what, like, the whole entire thing doesn't make sense. And how did these guys become billionaires? So that was interesting as far as that goes, right? Can Solana reach $40 by the end of 2022? And then FTX, going back to the trending topics right now, FTX filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy as well. And of course, Sam Bankman-Fried is stepping down. So lots happening in the crypto world, of course. Dogecoin is on the cutting edge. Attention is the lifeblood of Dogecoin and other meme coins. Much like earnings drive the price of corporate shares, the size and quality of attention captured by meme coins drive the price action. Interesting to find out, since a lot of these exchanges are starting to come out with their proof of funds, like that they actually have the money. Well, the interesting thing, Crypto.com, their number 2 largest holdings out of all of the coins they hold, Shiba Inu. That's right. So people are freaking out about that on Twitter right now too. Crypto.com's second largest holdings of all the coins they have, Shiba Inu. They have more Shiba Inu than they do of their own token, which is really interesting. But successful crypto traders understand that Doge and its kin are not just clips in the great S-coin casino, but are, in fact, tradable derivatives of human attention. They are tradable assets backed by zeitgeists. In the 2000s, web companies like Facebook and Snapchat learned to monetize attention. They created apps that captured people's attention and tracked their behaviors, which allowed them to farm and sell attention to advertisers. Meme coins are a way of valuing and trading the attention commodity in a decentralized manner. Using blockchains and automated market makers, anyone can trade on people's attention and enthusiasm. Unlike small meme coins that live and die on how much interest is in the story, meme coin stalwarts like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin also have fundamentals contributing to their value. Indeed, Doge's market cap is currently over $16 billion, and it's one of the largest proof-of-work blockchains following Ethereum's switch to proof-of-stake in September. Dogecoin's valuation, therefore, is based on fundamentals plus attention, whereas meme coins like Will Smith Inu, which pumped after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and Oscars, are valued only on attention and are forgotten when the news cycle moves on. So those are the pump and dump cryptos out there, right? But Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, they have real life behind them. The massive market cap of Doge and the constant parade of micro cap meme coins, altcoin gems, show that our concept of value is shifting from real-world commodities that come out of the ground to the ephemeral qualities that produce culture. And remember, if everyone decides something is valuable, it might well be. 3 crypto price events to watch in the wake of the FTX fallout: USDT and USD versus USDC and USD. During high volatility events, stablecoins sometimes break their peg with the dollar. If there's some wild FUD about Bitcoin being banned, hacked, or dying, stablecoins price sometimes rise above $1 as traders seek shelter in assets fixed to the dollar. During crypto black swan events, sometimes Tether loses its peg. It happened a number of times in the past, and usually once the smoke clears, it gets back to 1-to-1. On November 9th, USDT, USD broke below the dollar peg, dipping to 97 cents. And by the way, FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried and his team are currently actively shorting USDT. They want to crash the market. Again, I've been telling you this guy is evil forever. According to the data from TradingView and Coinbase, while USDT dipped below its peg, USD coins, USDC value spiked to $1.01. And I mean, I can tell you months and months and months ago, we were talking about how Sam Bankman-Fried was the one shorting the market, creating the crazy fallout that was Luna. Because if Luna hadn't been attacked so heavily, it would have maintained stability. Now, eventually, it probably could have broke and failed anyway. But when that little crack in the cement showed, Sam Bankman-Fried start hitting it with a damn pile driver. The market is searching for firmer footing. A lot of crypto-focused companies and investment groups have exposure to FTX, more than I had ever imagined. I know FTX is a big deal, but like there's some really important companies out there that have major exposure. So let's talk about those. Sequoia Capital, $213 million in exposure. Galaxy Digital, $77 million worth of exposure. Crypto.com, that's why I was talking about this earlier too. They only had less than $10 million, so it was not a really heavy deal there. Amber Group, 10% of their entire funds are locked up inside of FTX. Kraken exposure, only 9,000 FTT tokens, so not that big of a deal. But remember, it was $22 for a little while, so that has significantly dropped. Multicoin Capital, 10% of their funds. Seleni Capital, 3% of their funds. A handful of these crypto native companies also hold significant size bags of assorted altcoins and decentralized finance tokens to salvage the current losses, make good on their own loans, and meet their client obligation. It's possible that a number of these BTC, altcoin, and DeFi token stashes could find their way to being market sold on spot exchanges. And so for those of you that don't know, if coins are sold on the market, as opposed to behind the scenes over the counter, usually when they're sold behind the scenes over the counter, they get like a cheaper valuation on it. You buy in bulk, it's like buying wholesale. When you buy on the streets, when you buy retail, which is what these start to just be liquidated, right? So holy moly, we have to sell this right now. If you have a token that nobody wants to back anymore, everyone wants to exit, you can't sell it behind the scenes. You have to put it back out there in public view, and then everyone starts to sell it, and it gets really crazy. That's when prices tank. All right, Ripple top execs make surprising offer to FTX employees as exchange files for bankruptcy. Ripple Chief Technology Officer David Schwartz has indicated FTX employees are welcome to pursue careers at the blockchain cross-border payments company after the epic collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's empire. Ripple is open to hiring these employees. Yet another disaster has hit the crypto industry. FTX and its unofficially affiliated trading firm Alameda Research were among crypto's most prominent players up until the liquidity problems. In a recent tweet, Ripple CTO David Schwartz noted that FTX employees were not involved in compliance, finance, or business ethics can apply for jobs at the San Francisco-based fintech firm. The offer comes as Ripple is actively looking to expand its workforce. And if you guys remember, we did a video on this recently where BitBoy Crypto had applied for one of the jobs and he got denied. And he actually was bold enough to show that he got the denial letter. He tweeted that out as well. So the firm presently has over 350 vacancies in North America and Asia, despite other crypto-focused companies reducing their corporate workforces in recent months. FTX did file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy officially.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.
All right, so let's jump into the charts. And I know a lot of this news lately has been technically FUD, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But luckily, I have had a couple people say, hey, thank you for letting me know that FTX was doing this, because we had announced, when I saw on Twitter that they were talking about this, I announced it to everyone that I possibly could. I talked about it on this channel. I let everybody know, hey, FTX may potentially be having problems. Again, not financial advice. And, you know, get your coins into a different scenario. In fact, recently, just the other day, I sold all of my USD Tether, and I switched it for USDC, which there's a lot of rumors out there that USDC has a lot more strength in it. So I did not want to be a part of the FTX shorting scenario where they're trying to crash USDT. But that's where I'm at right now. As far as USDT, I switched it inside of KuCoin, and then I took my USDC and sent it to an external wallet. So now we have kicked off the new day. We're down 1% so far for XRP. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here at the weekly chart first. The weekly chart had that massive dip, which was that wild and crazy couple of days when FTX announced that it was going out of business. Well, actually what happened is Binance announced they were buying FTX, and then it crashed the whole market, and it reached right into our weekly supply and demand zone, ended up surpassing it, and it did dip. We did do a more really focused search. So we went down a smaller time frame, went to the daily. We found that it ended up into the daily supply and demand box here. Got right to the bottom of that, rejected off of that to the upside. Now we do have an interesting scenario playing out here because the daily, let's go here and here. There is now, so this would be the daily support level to the downside. Well, what's really cool and interesting for us right now is that obviously price was starting to make its move up. Well, there is a supply and demand zone right here, right now, as of yesterday's candle, a move to the upside. So there is potential we could get out of this really, really horrible bearish scenario. And let me look at my indicator here, and we'll do a run through. If you got a pen and paper, if you want to jot this down, not financial advice here, just what my system shows. So if we jump out, we'll go from the weekly and we'll go down. So my weekly scenario right now, actually, it's bearish. There's going to have to be a lot of work in the crypto markets to get back. Daily is a mixed signal. There is a possibility if XRP can climb and it can get back above the daily, here, let's go Japanese candlesticks. If it can get back above the daily 50 exponential moving average, we could see actually quite a nice run here. So if we can get up to, let's say this area here, which is 44 cents. So really we'll adjust this to 45.0.45. Okay. XRP needs to break 45 cents from where we're at. We can climb out of this hole, and if it can start making its move up, if it breaks 45 cents relatively soon, we could see actually a really, really nice recovery. If it continues to fall, it's going to be hard to get out. The 4-hour scenario on XRP, we were talking about this, a week ago, because what happened is our 50 exponential moving average, the red line, had crossed down, and I was like, oh no, this is not good, right? So this could be the fall. And then it actually had this crazy battle, but you know what this battle was right here? So all of these orders that it was accumulating orders, they spiked that price up, and they just liquidated all these people that were trying to short. They liquidated all these people, and then they went ahead and shorted everybody. So if you were trying to short XRP, you got liquidated. And then if you were like getting excited, oh yeah, I'm getting long, I'm going to buy, everyone started buying right here. And then you know what they did? They just decided to move the price down, liquidate everyone who's buying too. So they liquidated the up and they liquidated the down. Price is continuing to move to the downside. On the 4-hour, it finally did happen where the 50 exponential moving average crossed our blue line here, the 1100 exponential moving average, and that is when the real fallout occurred. So 4-hour is looking bearish, but it could likely try to battle its way back up above the 50 exponential moving average, and then it's probably going to fall again, if it even makes it that high. Because we are also on the 1-hour scenario right now. The 1-hour scenario is looking bearish also. But you know what's interesting here, guys? I have to tell you something. We have the blue line here. Price came down real hard, got really far away from that line, and it's starting to make its move up. Like I said, if we could start the battle, what's interesting is on this 1-hour time frame, if this gets back up here to at least retest this 1100 exponential moving average on the 1 hour, and it gets a little more oomph behind it, then we're cracking above that 45-cent level. So it's not over and done for. However, I am still seeing the real scenario here for XRP being the 25-cent level that we've been talking about here. And that would be, for the daily charts here, we have to go back in history. So here's what happens, right? So right now we have our ultimate low, which is there, which currently is 28 cents. It'll probably break below there. When it does, this will be the support line right here, 26 to 24 cents. If that doesn't hold and it continues to drop, then we could even see something here, which gets, you know, to 19 cents. And then is there anything else below that really? Not really. In fact, if we go to Japanese candlesticks, and let's go ahead and clear all these charts now. I'm going to clear all this off so it's clean again. We're on the daily Japanese candlesticks, and then we go fair value gap. Fair value gap here. There is one lone fair value gap still surviving for XRP, and it's right here at this 27 cents level. So that's why I'm thinking the 25-cent level is like the realistic place the price could be coming. There is no fair value gaps any longer on the weekly charts. 4-hour charts. We have to compact this. It's not even going to give us any either to the downside. So literally the interesting thing here, and this is pretty freaking awesome, there's only a little bit left to fall, right? 10 cents to get down to this fair value gap that needs to close out. The bottom of that fair value gap currently sits at 26 cents. So we'll watch this. I mean, that is where I see, because price has to fill gaps. I mean, there's going to be gaps that don't get filled on Ethereum, for example. So we take a look. I mean, there's some gaps down here at $300, $309. Like this one here at 647, I think is realistically going to get filled. So XRP needs a lot of recovery momentum to the upside. Otherwise, everything is bearish. So if we can very, very fast get back above the 50 exponential moving average being that 45 cents, like within the next day or two, and make the move up, we could then see our recovery back to 51 cents and we'll reevaluate there. But right now, it's looking bearish. Okay, so jumping here to Ethereum now, you can see it came down to the bottom of our Nadaria Watson envelope, and it also came down to the bottom of our RSI, TDI. The only thing is it came dropping down hard, but it didn't really reach the oversold territory yet. Could it be getting back to 30? The other scenario that we've been watching, though, we don't really want it to get back to 30. We just need it to get to a new lower level so that way it can create a bullish divergence. And like it almost needs to happen now, right? Because if this breaks below here, then we have a trend change on the RSI, which may or may not matter, but that's the issue there. And if we go with our weekly fair value gap, so weekly fair value gaps, there's one all the way down here at $270. The next level is $411. So we got that. Keep that in mind for lows. But let's go to Heikin-Ashi candles. So here's what's interesting, right? There is no support weekly here. The next support level, supply and demand on the weekly charts is all the way down here. I don't know if it'll reach this level. I know a lot of you guys are hoping and praying that it never reaches this level, or some of you guys might be interested, right? $370.25. You could definitely load up a bag at that point. So that's what weekly is showing us as a bottom. It needs to break this new, it needs to break the June low of 878. It has not done that yet, 878. When we look at it on the daily charts, though, there's a lot more potential support levels on the way. So let's cover these real fast. For those of you guys that haven't seen this yet. So this is a daily level here. flip these to yellow. 1100, the bottom of that level is 988. And then this level here, $622, $548 is the potential level there. And then you go back to present day. You can see we've already been into that level and we've fallen below it. So we kind of need to find a lower level. And there isn't one until down here. I mean, if we stretch this to the lower wick of the previous candle there, let's go test that. That has been breached there even in the past. So the reality is, you know, this $600 Ethereum, it looks like a potential reality, like that it could actually happen. Jumping to Bitcoin now. Bitcoin does have a new lower low. Let's clean all of this off. So you can see here, this was the June low. We broke that low. So that's good as far as creating that weekly bullish divergence, which we want, because we can see the RSI here trending up, price came down, creating a bullish divergence. Now, the problem is we still have 2 days left before they'll consider that a bullish divergence. So could we continue lower before the move up? For sure. Check this out, though. Weekly downside is here. That gives us 10,956 to the downside on the weekly. That's the next level of support, actually. On the daily, though, there's a lot of chop on the way there. So let's go check these out. All right, so let's turn this now to white for the weekly. And then, so you can see price is right here, right now. Okay, so price is right here, right now in this box. And we're daily yellow. The next level down box is this blue candle here. Next level down box is this one here. So we got 13,788. And this one here is 15,491. Those are some of the levels to keep an eye on. All right, now let me check my algorithm over here. Let's go ahead and look at Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum on the weekly charts. Let's go here. I might not have enough data. Yeah, okay, here we go. So Ethereum weekly charts show, interesting. If this turns around, again, it has to be quick. Getting back above this price right here, 2107. So Ethereum, we go back here, go to weeklies, and then we find that 50 exponential moving average, which is here. Has to get all the way back up above. Oh, that's Bitcoin. Sorry. Ethereum weekly 50 is here, right at $2,000 right now. But we have not even created a new lower low. So I personally think we're going to create a new lower low. There's lower to go there. Again, that's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. But we could see a continued low for Ethereum getting down to that potential $600 level, creating a bullish divergence. And then we see the up move. But right now, weekly is showing bearish unless there's a big move up. Right now, everything's bleeding very hard. Daily, also bearish. 4 hour, bearish. 1 hour. 1 hour, it looks like, so my 1 hour setup right now, it looks like it's about to drop. So 1 hour, if we break below this 1100 exponential moving, or 1100, if we break below this 50 exponential moving average right now, this current 1 hour candle, we could see a drop, continuing down here to this 1200 level, or even farther. We'll have to follow. But obviously, there's all of these candles have been stopping here, so it would have to break those levels to go any lower. But yes, this could happen. There could be a drop. While you're watching this, if you look, if it broke below the 50 exponential moving average on the 1 hour charts. I'm filming this video right now at the 1600 candle, which that is, it's 4:25 p.m. while I'm talking to you right now, Pacific time. If this drops here, we could have a continued drop. So the 1 hour's bearish. 30 minutes bearish. 15 minute is bullish. So it's likely, I mean, like I said, all these bearish scenarios could flip. It's just there's been no positive momentum behind them. But all the way down to 15 level, it's starting to be positive, right? So 15, 5, and 1 are positive, but everything above that right now is bearish. That's Ethereum. Let's look at Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin's 15 minutes is looking like it's about to drop. So 15 minutes, Bitcoin, if it drops below this 50 exponential moving average, it could fall back to here. But let's go to weekly. So weekly is mixed. However, if it were to make a quick pump to the upside, and it would have to make it all the way back up to the 50 exponential moving average, 28,000, 29,000. That's not happening. So we're going to go bearish there. Daily is bearish. 4 hours bearish, 1 hours bearish, 30 minutes bearish, 15 minutes bearish, 5 minutes. 5 minutes mixed, actually. 5 minutes. 1 minute is bullish. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin, 1 minute. It's trying to make a move to the upside. So look at this. So right here, we're very, very low at the 30 level of the RSI. So it's oversold like crazy. It's trying to make a move up. In fact, so you can see here when the 50 exponential moving average crossed this blue line, bam, right? Right now, it's trying to be bullish. It's trying to cross to the upside here. It did just now have a little U-turn, right? But if it can power up there, we might have a little bit of positive momentum, maybe rally up to the top of this level here of 17,500. But right now, it might just be rejecting off that and continuing down. But with this being so low here, I don't like it. It kind of has to go back up. Same thing here. The 15-minute or the 5 minutes really bottoming out here on the volatility bands. But that could literally be just the next 20, 30 minutes and then crashing more. 15 minutes or 10 minutes here looks very bearish. This could fall. So anyway, that's that.